Hey y'all, I just figured I would do another YouTube video since I haven't really checked in since my last show. Um, the gray hairs are already coming out, and I have literally not even given a crap about my lashes. They are like on their last leg right now. Man, I wasn't gonna do anything. If you guys don't already know, my next and last national show is in a week and 3 days. So it's not this weekend, but it's next weekend. Yeah. So I wasn't gonna kind of really worry about my lashes, getting my lashes put back on, but I do have a wedding to go to for this weekend, so I think I better not look so crazy. So I guess I'll go fix myself up for this wedding. Because normally they put fake lashes on anyways when they do our makeup at the show. So I didn't really want to put it on. Because then when you take them off with the glue, I worry that these are going to come off. Anyway, things we women do to look nice is a lot of work. I'll just say that. I have been, I think I'm 1 week post show from NPC Universe. And my thoughts and feelings about that are, I don't think I ever came on here to say, but let me take you through the show. First of all, it was amazing, awesome. Always somebody mowing their damn lawn, no matter where the hell you are. No, I'm not grouchy. So anyway, being on stage this last time, show was freaking amazing. Universe is always, we had 400 competitors at the show. That's a lot of people. But it's not abnormal for these national shows, because you have a lot of people trying to turn pro that have qualified. Some of them are newly qualified. Some have been trying to go pro for years, like me. So it was interesting because I went up and I did my class, and I got up there, and they call what's called first call outs, and first call outs is usually the top 5. So when the judges call your number, to start with, in your class, they say your number and you come up before the comparison round starts. And so I got first call outs. So they called my number, and I went up there, and I'm like, this is freaking awesome. I got first call out. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, this is great. So normally they call up the top 5. They ended up calling out 8 of us, which I didn't really know, because when you're on stage, you're focusing on what you're doing. You're focusing on what they're telling you to do, and yourself. You're not really focused on other people and who else is on stage and how many people are on stage. So I was really happy, I was really happy. I'm still happy, I got first call outs. The only problem is their first call outs were the top 8. So I didn't realize that until I talked to my coach, and he told me that, because I was like, well, what should we do for the evening? Like, because he's watching, and he said they called up 8, and I'm like, where was I in that 8? Well, what happened is they moved me. I think they liked me, but I think my front pose, the way I was posing, and the way, I don't think it helped my breathing. The way I was posing, I was, I think, flexing too hard, And when you flex too hard and you can't control your breathing, sometimes your core, like your breathing, right? Your core is not, you're not holding it the way you should. And I think that's what happened. So I've been working on my front pose, trying to make sure that I'm more relaxed, because I'm not in those I'm not in figure where we really have to flex. Bikini is, you know, you can kind of hold it, but I try to be tall with my chest. And anyway, you live and you learn. And so I've been trying to fix my front pose. I think my back pose was perfect. Like, I definitely think my back pose, thank God I have no problems with that one, so that's all good. I just need to control the posing. The good thing is I got judges feedback, which I actually stood in line this time, didn't send an email. I actually waited and to talk to the head judge, which is Sandy Williamson, and she basically told me that, hey, we love your shape, you know, I love your lines, you look really good, just need to fix, maybe get a little bit tighter and fix your like your breathing, the control of your lower abdominal. So like I said, that is something that I'm working on to see what is best, because there are plenty of people that have less muscle, or I'd say are not quite as tight as I am, but they also didn't have the same type of pose and they were a lot more relaxed. So I think that's what I would work best for me. So I've been practicing that. Yeah, so so I do have a posing set up with Sean from Sean's Couture Cuties. She has been doing my posing, and I think we kind of already knew. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I feel like and I've said this from the beginning about my pose, is that to face I'll show you guys a picture where you face your abs more towards the judges, or you face more of like a twist. So I think about like twisting a towel, right? Where your hips would go one way and your waist goes the other way, which is essentially what you're doing. You're trying to turn your body. You're trying to have your glutes kind of show your shape, but you also want to turn your body enough to show you know, your abs kind of. So anyway, I'll work on that. So yeah, I have some, you know, it's funny, and I think a lot of women can relate here, especially the ones who have had kids and stuff. So this is the first year where I did something different, especially going into bikini, where you have competitors that have kids, some of them don't have kids, some of them just have better skin elasticity. And so, you know, there's women that I know that get certain things done, like they're called like M-Sculpt. Maybe you've seen them when you've gotten laser hair removal and stuff like that. Those kind of things. And so I decided to try it this time, and I feel like it was like did help in my skin tightening, because if you think about it, it's just like anything else, right? If you're gonna lose body fat, and in this case, where, you know, we're not talking about extreme, we're not talking about extreme body fat, but I am talking about enough where if you've had kids, you're gonna have skin elasticity, and that's going to, as you get leaner, your skin is gonna be looser, right? So like for me, I have abs when I stand up, and it's funny because I always say, like, you always want to be perfect, but there's no such thing as perfect, right? So I, surprisingly, you guys, believe it or not, I'm actually very conscious when I get this lean. So most people, when they get this lean, they go to the gym wearing half shirts and stuff like that. I don't do that because I'm very conscious of the fact that like if I bend over, you can see the skin looseness, right? And it's funny because people are like, oh wow, you look great and you're still conscious. Yeah, I mean, that's just normal. So anyway, I decided to try this called M Sculpt. They call it the Bella Shape. I don't know how many different names there are. But it's essentially a skin tightening. Now, if you have overabundance amount of skin, I would say like that's not something that you should really try. To waste. I mean, it's like waste of money, I feel like. But if you don't have extra amount of skin, like you have enough skin, but it's not overwhelming amount of skin, right? Then it's something that I think you should try. You know, I'm a believer in, you know what? And the older you get, I feel like my goal is to fight gravity. I am the Supergirl of fighting gravity, and because essentially when you're bodybuilding and you're toning, right? That's the favorite word women like to use. We're fighting gravity. The older we get, men and women, we're fighting gravity every day. We're getting stronger, of course, but we're also fighting gravity. So that's my goal, fighting gravity. I'm gonna be fighting gravity till the day I die, probably. And that's just the way it is. So anyway, I tried these services. Look them up if you want to do some of these services, called Nova Med Sculpt. And you can do it in your problem areas. For me, I was curious because my skin is collagen. It's very good. So what I mean by that is I have thick skin. So in this age of the women, they usually have, the older you get, the thinner your skin gets. So a lot of women that I compete with, you can see their hamstrings because they have thinner skin. I don't have that. And I was trying to see, like, is it that I'm not lean enough, or is it the type of skin that I have that's very thick? So that's really one of the reasons I tried it, to see whether it would help. And also, like, to see how it also in, like, right underneath, like, your butt line. You know, your butt has a line, right? You have fat and there's a line in your butt. And so that area, and I feel like it did help in my last, when I did it a couple times in the last show, and I'm pretty much hoping that we'll do the same thing this time. So I'm trying it out, and then we'll see, you know. we'll see, you know, how it goes. So, yeah. Other than that, I be very honest with you guys. I was struggling like this last week. I have been on the struggle bus. It's been hard to do the amount of cardio, and it's just been mentally a struggle in pretty much every way. I would say diet and exercise. I have had my days of eating a lot more peanut butter than I should. I have had my days where I've gone to my parents' house and I have had extreme amount of nuts. Yeah, so I am no one special. I'm just like anyone else, and I struggle with those daily things that people struggle with. Just because it's not a pizza doesn't mean it's not something, right? We all have that thing. And, you know, this sport is extreme, and I've said that before. It's extreme in ways of diet and exercise. Would I do this on a normal basis? Hell no. That's not how I maintain my normal lifestyle. But when you're competing and you have to get down to a certain body fat, certain look, you end up with low calories, and you know, diet is strict, and that's just the way it is. There are definitely, I don't think it has to be quite as extreme as this round was, and I'm gonna go ahead and save that video for another time. About how I feel about this year's training regimen and diet regimen. Okay, so I'm gonna save that. Regardless, I just want to check in and say I got 7th place. I want to say there was like 15 in my class, but I'll have to verify that. And I gotta say, I was really happy with the look. I have never looked like that. I mean, I'm very happy with the package I brought this year, and I think it is way better than last year. Way better, especially from the back pose. So, all in all, this journey is the crushing of the daily grind. And it's not always about the 30 seconds on stage. However, I am chasing that pro card, and I want to turn pro. So it is that. So I'm not going to say I'm not disappointed. I am disappointed. I am not happy. But in another way, everybody brought their A game. And the competitors that were there were top notch. And that's why I compete in the NPC, and that's why I compete nationally, is because when I grind every day and everything that I do during the day, of what I eat, how I train, how long I train, that goes into that 30 seconds. And I want to compete against the best. I don't want to compete against anything but the best. And these women brought their best, and I got what place I did, and I just got to get better, and I just got to make improvements, and that's all I can do. So that's what I'm doing. We are 1 week and 4 days out. And we have a wedding to attend this weekend, and then next weekend that is it. And then I'm gonna be having some froyo and some. No, I'm kidding. No, I will have froyo. Actually, I had froyo this past time too, with my daughter. It was so good. So, yeah, we're just gonna, because after this month, I get a little bit. There is another show in September, but I get a little bit worn out because we have vacation planned, and there's some things I want to do with my kids to, that socially and stuff that do involve food, and not that I could do it now, but I feel like indulging sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. So, got to do the 80-20 rule. 80% good, 20% bad. So, I'm definitely going to go enjoy myself the rest of the summer after this. And, I will try not to go crazy. But we'll see how that goes. No matter what I do, I will always have that healthy mindset. I always love to train. And majority of the stuff I like to eat is healthy anyways. So, living the lifestyle is where it's at. So, alright, enough rambling from me. If you guys want to know anything about my show or anything else, reverse dieting, anything about me, let me know. Put it in the comments. Just like and subscribe to this chaos. Thanks for watching.